So to start off with, too much pressure there. We want pressure 55% into there due to that tilt in your spine. And then from there, we don't want that to move, essentially. It will move because if I just take my arms back, the center of mass will stay there, but the center of pressure will move into that right foot. Okay, so in other words, that will just stay on top of it. But with if we had pressure plates there, we'd start to see that move in your feet, essentially. Okay. So then we start talking about that hub moving around a little. Okay.
Yep.
And then it's going to be difficult to get back there basically in 2/100ths of a second from there back to there. We're not going to have enough time.
Okay.
And sometimes we will and sometimes we won't. Okay, so we're going to try and keep it as stable as we possibly can.
Okay.
Does a good job sometimes, but then we start to see your head go down, we get scrunched up here. We're just not going to be able to generate enough force, essentially. So then we talk about the right hand screen, and we'll talk about a couple of little things here. Essentially, let's try and keep it on that shaft there, and you can see how vertical it is here. So in other words, we should be covering that yellow line until it gets to parallel, and then it starts to work up.
Okay.
So that now has to change a lot to get back to the golf ball. And we see the forearm go up. And realistically, we want that left forearm to match your shoulder plane here. Okay. So it's going to go around a little bit more.
Yep.
So when you change the other side, by the way, it's going to allow you to rotate around a little bit more. It'll feel like it's going around your butt.
Okay.
But essentially, it's going pretty vertical there. And very much vertical on the way down, and that's why A, you can't create any speed, and B, why the path of the golf club is heading this way a reasonable amount, and we have off-axis spin that does that. Alright, so all that gobbledygook, that number there will change, so minus 3.8, that's that shaft heading that way.
Okay.
That will come back down to, anywhere between 1 or 2 degrees either side, I don't care.
Yep.
But you'll start to then hit what we call push draws. So pushing it right at target and then drawing it back on the target.
Right.
Okay? You'll probably end up hitting it way left to start with, just for the simple fact that you're trying to stop it from going over here for all the wrong reasons.
Right.
And you'll end up hitting it a little left.
Okay.
Okay? And the speed will be a hell of a lot higher. Okay? Just because it's got to travel a lot further when you start talking the distance between there and there.
Yep.
When it comes from where it should do, which is back over here, it's got to travel a lot further to get there.
Okay.
So therefore it's got to travel quicker.
Yep.
So angular momentum essentially. So my job today, getting your body in the right place, getting you to understand what creates a good golf shot, and then you'll hit probably 4 or 5 really, really good golf shots to start with, and your brain will start to trust it. Right now, it's not going to trust it at all.
Right.
Because it's going to go, what is this guy trying to do to me? It feels like I'm going to hit the mirror behind you there.
You get it right.
It feels like, there's going to be a whole weird and wonderful bunch
Sure.
of things.
Yeah.
So we'll start really, really small and then build it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah.